Hello and welcome to the Brian's Got Game. I'm Brian. Today I've got a game called Total Recall, the official tabletop game. Total Recall is a 4 to 8 player social deduction game by Brian Henk and published by Overworld Games. It is built on the mechanics of their previous game, Good Cop, Bad Cop, and is set in the universe of the 90s version of Total Recall. In this game, players are all living their dream of being a special agent and are either on the side of the feds or the rebels. On your turn, you can investigate and look at someone's card, aim your gun, or shoot. Total Recall removes player elimination found in Good Cop, Bad Cop, and adds currency called turbinium. When you are shot, you exit the dream and become a recall scientist. Recall scientists can still win by collecting all the turbinium in the game. So, let's check it out, then I'll show you how to figure out which side you're on when you use block cards, and how to take out the other team's leader in Total Recall. So, to set up, give each player a player mat. This player mat is two-sided. We will talk more about that later. Then give each player a turbinium. This will be all of the turbinium used in this game. Then give each player a gun, and then give them a stand for their gun. I don't know why you need a stand to hold a gun. Maybe if it's cardstock gun. So there's a little spot for it. So it begins the game on your side, so I'm just gonna put it there. Then when I aim it, I guess I'll put it up in front. Then give each player a plot card. They look at it and put it here, in this little corner where it says plots. Then place the remaining over here as a draw pile. Okay, to ensure that nobody gets both leaders, you put both leaders into a pile, and then add as many as you need to make it equal number of players. Shuffle them so you don't know which is which, and then deal them to each player. So now, two of these players are now leaders. And then give each player cards. And everybody should have 3 cards. So this game can also be played with 5. So this game is a 4 to 8 player game. So it comes with a whole lot more cards to incorporate more players. So in the corner it has 8 players, 7, 6, 5. So we have the 4-player ones in here. So now all the players look at all their cards and see what side they're on. So to determine what side you're on, it's the majority of the cards you have. So I have 2 blues, so I am on the rebel blue side. And then now I can put these back in any order, but this is the one time I can do that at the beginning. So I'm blue. And then everybody else looks at their cards. And puts them back in any order. Now, 2 players are leaders, the blue leader and the evil leader. So, an example would be, so this player may have the majority of red, but they're the blue leader. So this means that the leader trumps any other card, so they are the leader. So, now you get to throw people off when you show your cards, even though you're on the blue team. Now, that may turn your own teammates against you. You are now ready to begin. So the first player is the player who had the most exciting dream recently. So everybody begins the game as a dreamer in the recall world. Now, they get to do these actions. So on here it has what you are, and then your objective, turbinium slot, character slots, plot slot. Now it has all your actions. So this one is investigate. So you get to view one hidden card, character card. So you get to say, I want to look at this. So then you look at it, it's blue, and then you put it back. Now, you don't show it to anybody else, only yourself. Another action is shoot. So you shoot at the player whom you are aiming. Now, to aim is another action. You have to expose one of your own hidden character cards to aim at your own gun at any player and take all of the turbinium. So I'm going to take my gun and point it at him, and on my next turn I can shoot him. Now, in doing so, I have to reveal one of my cards, not my leader card. That will get me shot. So, they think I'm bad. So, when you aim at somebody, you take their turbinium. So now I have 2 turbinium. And finally, plot. So you expose another one of your hidden character cards and give 1 turbinium to any player to draw a plot card. So on another following turn, I could shoot him, and then if he was a leader, he would gain a wounded token. So if a leader gets shot, they get a wounded token, and then they have to expose all of them and say, I'm the leader, they're wounded, and then they need to be shot again to make the other team win. Now, whenever you shoot, your gun goes back to your side. So I'm actually not going to shoot. I'm just going to keep my gun trained on him. but I'm going to do the last action plot. So, plot, you expose another one of your cards, and now everybody's know I'm either evil or I'm the blue leader, or the red leader. So, to do this, you give a turbinium to somebody, so I'm going to give it to this player. Come on, I'm on your team. And then I get to draw a plot card, and then I get another plot card to use. So, on the plot cards, it has, first, it has the name of the plot card, it has a picture, and then this orange text tells you when you can play the card. And then this white text is the effect. So these are kind of cool because it kind of has lines from the movie, the name, and then they have kind of pictures from the movie, or that kind of refer to the movie, and then the action. It's cool. So play continues until either a leader is shot, so I'm going to shoot him finally. So he is in fact the red leader. He is wounded now. My gun goes to the side. So meanwhile, this guy ended up shooting me. So I got shot. So when you get shot, you reveal all your cards. So I was the good guy. So I wake up, and now I'm out of the dream. So I have 2 turbinium, which is really, really good. Now, however, I lose all of my things. So I lose my gun. That's out. I lose all my character cards and my plot card. I don't get to use it. Now, my turbinium I get to keep, because on the other side, I become a recall scientist. So my goal is to have all of the turbinium. So, and then my actions are I can swipe, which means steal a turbinium. I can implant, which means I can choose a gun that's aimed at somebody and aim it at somebody else. And then lobotomize, I can switch 2 character cards. So they can be hidden or exposed cards. So right now I could technically go like this. And now he's the leader. Now you'd want to do this to give you more time to confuse all the other players to swipe the turbinium. So on my next turn I'd probably swipe a turbinium, and then on my next turn I win by having all of the turbinium. So the game ends when a leader dies, or whenever a player has a recall scientist has all of their turbinium. Now, also, if a player, let's say this player dies, they lose all of theirs, they're good now. They flip over. Now, if they had a turbinium, both recall scientists win the game because it says acquire all the turbinium in the game among the recall team. So if throughout all of the different recall scientists they have all the turbinium collectively, they win. So that's how to play Total Recall. Okay, I've got my dad here for our parents' opinion. So Dad, what do you think of Total Recall?
Total Recall is a great social deduction game.
Same game as Good Cop, Bad Cop.
Right, it's the same game, kind of a new theme. Couple differences, you're right. But the one thing that I like about both Good Cop, Bad Cop and Total Recall is that each game is really fast. Some of the other social deduction games that I like tend to, carry on and it takes kind of a long time. But this one, you can get several games in and still feel like, you
got plenty of time.
Yeah, you got plenty of time to play, and you felt like you played a lot, even though it
was quick.
Yeah, it was quick, right?
Well, isn't just filler. It's kind of got some weight.
Mm-hmm.
So components. We've heard that they're gonna have like little plastic guns. Yes.
So I just saw a tweet from Overworld that they had some 3D printed pieces. So, the turbinium, the little
what's
orange
the turbinium
things,
going to be?
I don't know. The 3D thing looked like there was like an ingot or something. I don't know. So, we don't have final components, so we won't comment too much on that.
All right.
But I did like the player mat. Having the player mat was super cool. I remember playing Good Cop, Bad Cop. It was, everybody had their own little space, but it served as a player aid, kind of reminded you what you could do, and then it was also dual-sided, which
that would be hard.
I don't know if you're going to get,
double-sided
neoprene, that would be kind of hard. But I don't know if you're going to get to it in strategy, but I really liked that there was no player elimination in this one.
Yes.
A lot of times with social deduction games, you get out and then you're just kind of sitting there like, can't wait till these people get over with their game so I can jump back in. So that was very cool.
That's a good time to play a single player game.
Yes.
When you're eliminated from a player elimination game.
Okay. Artwork.
So the artwork, all of the artwork matches from Total Recall.
The old Total Recall.
I have no idea what any of this is. So
it's a movie.
All right, I know it's a movie.
Before you were born.
Mm-hmm.
No, the newer one came out since you were born.
All right.
But this one is the one in the 90s. Arnold Schwarzenegger.
I've heard that name.
Yes, and well, I thought it was kind of cool. You flip through the characters, and they are the likeness of the people in the movie. So it's kind of cool.
All right. So artwork. No, we just did artwork. Strategy. So strategy. Basically, it's the same game with a couple differences. So instead of talking about strategy, go back to play the other game. I'm going to talk about the differences in the game. So one of the things is everybody has their own gun. So it makes it easier so everybody doesn't go grabbing for the middle guns. No, some people like that, some people don't.
Yeah, I found that the first couple rounds, everybody just keeps investigating because you don't know anything, so you just keep investigating.
I mean, I kind of liked it, but
I think in Good Cop, Bad Cop, you don't want to investigate too long, otherwise
you won't get a gun.
Yeah, you won't get a gun, and then people are just going to shoot you.
Yeah.
But I thought it was kind of cool that the very first time I played, like I was able to, well, I got shot, but I was able to manipulate cards and completely change the sides.
Yes, it was. I think that the scientists are just a little too powerful with, what is it, lobotomize?
Yeah.
So he did the lobotomize action twice. So there were 4 other people playing. I don't think I was a leader. No, I was.
Well, I was a leader.
Yeah, so you were a leader, so when you died.
Well, no, somebody looked at my card, then they started aiming at me, so then I gave them their card.
Yeah, so you switched them. And then
that was before I died.
Yeah, so they got switched.
Then they became the leader.
They become the leader. They switched sides. And then when he died, he switched us, and I got a leader card, and then we switched sides. So it totally flipped the entire game upside down.
And that's what I really like about this, is that it's definitely one. I mean, I guess if you're the type of player that doesn't like change and a little bit of randomness, and I felt like this one is a little bit more light. Mm-hmm. The fact that you became a leader and switched sides, and somebody else switched sides and became a leader, that was super cool.
Yes. So is for kids? I mean, nah.
Yeah, there's a not safe for work expansion that you can leave out or put in. It has lines from all the plot cards have lines from the movie, which is kind of cool. And the movie was rated R, but yeah, I don't know. I mean, just like Good Cop, Bad Cop, wasn't the greatest, for a kid game either. But.
Yep. So overall, it's a good game. Cool components in the works. Good artwork. Strategy. It's a fun game.
Yeah. Definitely check this one out. If you own Good Cop, Bad Cop, this is awesome. Go back this one. Also, if you're a fan of Arnold and Total Recall, go back it. This one is super fun. Also, this is for everybody who likes social deduction. Mm-hmm. Great job.
Thank you for watching Brian's Got Game. Like us on our Facebook page. There's a tweet at Brian's Got Games. Visit our webpage, briansgotgames.com. Subscribe to our YouTube channel. I'm Brian, this is my dad. See you next time.